Hello, hello, my dear friends. Welcome back to Elena's sBarre, low impact full body workouts. I'm today with Steve. How are you doing, Steve?
I'm doing good. Yeah.
Doing good. Okay, guys, we have an interesting topic. I was actually inspired about this topic when I saw one tweet. Well, actually, my husband saw it and then he sent it to me. I just couldn't help myself. I had to make a short about it, but today we are going to dive into this topic. Why do women prefer these international yoga retreats, and why do they, instead of settling down, instead of getting married here with the local guys, why do they go on these retreats? So we are going to dive into this and how these exotic guys are making it as a scam. Really, they are just scamming women. Okay, so we are going to view a couple of articles. We will analyze them, and yeah, then Steve, you tell me what you think about it. And guys, feel free to share your ideas and observations with us. I know we've talked about this topic long time ago with Elena's sBarre community. Maybe like 2 years ago when we had Sam, Melody, Emma with us, and maybe even PK was here. So yeah, it's an old topic. It's been circulating, and it's funny how sometimes you start talking about things and then you see people pick them up, the same topics. Maybe they come to the same conclusion elsewhere. And yeah, we are just revisiting this topic today.
But the topics never go away. They never go out of style.
Exactly.
Because have women changed their behavior?
No.
Going for the yoga gurus? No, it was valid back then. Still valid today. So, topics will keep coming up. And the same topic over and over. Because there's always new people coming in. You address a topic, then you kind of put it in the back of your mind. It'll come around again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I definitely remember some articles that we were analyzing with Elena's sBarre teachers community a long time ago when women were criticizing these popular gurus like Patabi Joyce, who founded Ashtanga, which is actually my favorite yoga style, but I never met that guru in person, so I don't know. But he was accused of touching women inappropriately. And it's funny because women from around the world would go to this magical yoga retreat in India. That's where he was teaching. And then the ones, I think, who maybe, I don't know, were not satisfied with the course, how it went, because there are obviously women who really loved that course, and there are some really popular yoga teachers who first went through the same training with Patabi Joyce, and then they are teaching now to large audiences of people. I've read some articles that were criticizing him, and I'm going to share only maybe one article today, maybe a couple of articles. So yeah, let's get into them, and we will see. Okay, here. Okay, let's start with this one. Okay, this is the website for yoga, actually. And a lady is writing here.
Can you zoom it in a little bit?
Oh gosh, I don't know how to do it. Hold on.
Hold down the control key and use your scroll wheel.
Oh, yes. Thank you, Steve. Can you see it better now?
Oh, yeah, much better.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So she is writing on her first page this message to the beautiful yogis. It's been interesting time in the yoga world. Last weekend, when I was teaching a day in my yoga philosophy training, we got into a great discussion on gurus, inappropriate touching, the state of yoga, and where it's heading. Mm-hmm. It started because we were reading a yoga text called the Hatha Yoga Pradipika. This manual certainly advocates the guru model. You need a devoted guru within a living lineage to ensure you are on the right path in your practice and to unlock the secret codes. But it was also written in medieval India for men and is clearly sexist in a number of ways. Okay, guys. Gosh. Okay, Steve, I don't know if you want to stop it. Feel free to stop it.
Well,
I just found
okay.
cognitive dissonance in this article.
Okay. First of all, you need a devoted guru. Okay. A master, a powerful man with a living lineage. Okay. He's got to be one of the chosen to ensure you're on the right path. Oh, the woman is on a journey, and the path is part of her journey. So is she on the right journey?
Well,
Okay.
we are
And
about
then,
to find out.
and then to unlock the secret codes. Oh, that's Gnostic wisdom. So she's needs her the master she chooses who has credibility on her journey to manifesting.
Pretty much.
I can see why this appeals to women.
Well, keep reading here. This discussion was also right after the publication of the New York Times article titled "Yoga is Finally Facing Consent and Unwanted Touch." Ooh, link to article. Okay, you can go check this article. As you can imagine, I have a few things to say on these topics. No kidding. Okay, let's keep reading. Over the last year, as the Me Too movement has brought forth so much sexual and criminal misconduct, much has come to light within the yoga world as well. There have been women speaking out for a very long time on a multitude of yoga brands and lineages, but these voices are finally being heard on a large scale. Some men, including yoga teachers, are finally facing the consequences. Sorry, guys. Oh my gosh. Steve, what do you think about this, huh?
Oh, I have a lot to say about it. I don't know if I want to say it yet.
Yeah, well, okay, we can wait. Let's finish the reading here. Here is the truth. Listen carefully. Here is the truth. A huge number of male yoga teachers and gurus have been exploiting their fame and power sexuality. Period.
Okay. Yeah, true. But look at that word exploiting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, women can rail on and lament about men who manipulate women. And that is the worst thing that a man can do. It's even worse than a man physically using overpowering a woman or using his stronger muscles to, have his way, whatever. And I'm not talking merely in the sexual way, okay? But if he's manipulating her, oh my, that is terrible. But do women ever complain about other women when women manipulate men?
No.
No, manipulation is their power, and that's justified for them to use against women or against men because he doesn't have the power or the muscles to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But if a man uses if she feels she was manipulated,
yeah.
oh man, he's a bad man.
Well, this is the criticism that PUA could get too, because they just know how female nature works, and then they press certain buttons, right? And then they get certain reaction from women. They kind of know what to expect from women, And then
Right.
women get mad, that men finally started analyzing female behavior, and they learn from women, from their behavior. And then when men use it against women are like, no, you are not allowed to do that. But I'm okay to manipulate you and everyone else, and even other women.
Right. Yeah. Okay. We agree on that.
Mm-hmm.
Or we agree that the way society looks at it and women look at it. Yeah.
Of course, of course. Well, keep watching here. I don't know the exact percentage, but it's high. So, talking about these gurus who manipulate women. Here is a list simply off the top of my head and in no particular order. Patabi Joyce, well, I mentioned him because I've seen quite a few articles about him exploiting women. Then John Friend, Kiram Chaudhry. Okay, and these names I can't really spell. So you can see there is quite a big list here, right? Until fairly recently, women were not even taught yoga. Indra Devi is the first well-known Western woman to teach yoga, and she had to convince uh, Krishna Macharya to teach her. He wouldn't teach a woman due to his Brahmin status. Years later, he predicted that women would be the ones spreading yoga throughout the world. Look around. He was right. Well, I kind of agree here with her that mostly you will see students who are women attending these classes. Yeah, now women make up the majority of students in classes and are currently the majority of teachers in the West. Where does this lead us to? The guru model is dead. Yep, it's quite time to kick it to the curb. I do not mean you don't need a teacher. I do. I mean that the idea of giving up your power to another person who is simply a human being trying to live a spiritual life needs to end. So, what does it say about uh, Christianity, where a woman has to submit to her husband and she has to submit to his lead?
Kind of the same old story.
Mm-hmm.
Women want to keep the power, they want to maintain the power. If they're not in charge, they've given up their power.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm not in charge. Do men think this way? No. You know what? I can do what I want as a man, but whatever I do, I'm in a hierarchy. Yeah, another man has authority or more power over me. Am I worried that if I go, you know, participate or work in a job and my boss has authority over me, that I have lost my power?
Yeah.
It doesn't even occur to me. Hey, there's a hierarchy. That's his job. I'm doing my job. Hey, we're good.
Well, even here in yoga, right, where women go and sign up for these courses, they don't actually want to be led. They want to preserve their power and control. It's fascinating. They sign up for these courses themselves voluntarily. Nobody forces them. And
Yep.
yet they find a way to whine, moan, and complain. Never happy, never happy.